Good morning, guys. Here's what we're looking like this morning. I don't know. I think we're going to be the same as yesterday. Or close. I don't think we're going to have any lower movement. 183.8. Yeah, so still in the 183s, just a point. I think it was a 0.8 difference. So, good evening, guys. Post back workout. The moon is crazy tonight. It is glowing. It's like that, what do they call it? Harvest moon or something like that. It's crazy. Yeah, so back workout went good. I got the leg and chest workout stuff uploaded up on the Discord, and I am going to work on figure out my new macros tonight, and I'll get that posted onto the Discord as well. And then we should hopefully start that tomorrow. And then yeah, so I can't remember, just because I talk to you guys every day, I can't remember if I've mentioned this or not, but I know that something I was thinking about today to make sure that if I didn't already mention, like reiterating that, trying to figure out some things to kind of work towards with my own personal fitness stuff. As much as I'm doing, I have some goals about like the dieting and stuff like that. I have no real and that's more so the visual aspect. It's not so much the performance aspect. So as far as like the performance goes, I was definitely thinking about going or doing stuff. I think I might have mentioned, looked up some Guinness Book of World Records. Thought it'd be fun to try to maybe do something like that. Like there's some on there that I was like, well, these aren't actually that crazy. I just wonder if nobody knows, and so nobody's attempted to beat them. So that maybe looking into, I think I had mentioned about like maybe doing like a half marathon or something, maybe doing some like a Spartan race or Tough Mudder, or I don't know, something like that, just to get into the concept of doing something additional. What was I gonna think of? There was something else. I can't think of it right now, but I almost thought of like how fun would it be to just, if I'm dieted pretty well come whenever that is, if there's a local competition, I was like almost like, what if I just messed around and entered it into like a physique competition or something. I don't know if I'll actually do that one, but yeah, just different things that I've been thinking about. And then, like I said, I've been going through, like, as whenever I'm scrolling around on TikTok and stuff like that, looking up like ideas and then like liking them, so that when I start getting on like a trend here of trying to post shorts and or TikToks or reels or whatever, come up with ideas to post for content. Just like I had mentioned the other day, just getting more involved with the content creation. So I'm trying to, what I'm trying to do is build up enough kind of like initial ideas on stuff, and then I could kind of film all those, edit all those, and then kind of release them on a schedule a little bit. I kind of mentioned that recently. So that's kind of the plan. I'm trying to build up a base of stuff, of ideas, and then go out there and film those ideas and edit them and get them all ready, and then post them on a scheduled thing. So that way, like on my days off, I could film for the whole week, and then throughout that week, I would be posting all the different videos or whatever I might have. So I'm not sure what that was. So yeah, that's kind of the plan with that. Let's see, anything else? That's pretty much an update for the day. Kind of last couple days, even if I'm not feeling like energized at the gym, like I think mentally, as far as motivation and like how I'm feeling about myself, I would say it's pretty high. Seeing the results that it came in, seeing how lean I've gotten so far, it is rewarding when you get to visually see that. So it keeps the spirits up in that aspect for sure. I just feel like calorie wise, I can start to feel that like I'm at that point where I think I'm used up most additional stores maybe of glycogen or whatever, and to where I kind of just live on my calories day to day. And I kind of feel that like in my workouts, like they'll kind of hit a point where it's like, man, I'm feeling lightheaded or something like that. And I think I mentioned that the other day. And so I think dropping the calories again are gonna definitely have a role in that. And I eat, or I have a protein shake at the gym, my carb blend at the gym. Like I'm consuming some calories and some carbs at the gym that's gonna keep me going through it, but I might need to kind of change how I do my meals. I eat a protein shake and oatmeal generally every day before the gym, and then I'll eat my eggs when I get back, and then around the time I get to work, I'll have my biggest meal of the day. And then that way that's kind of the ramp of it. But to be honest, I've tried the eggs before, eggs after. It really it hasn't really made a difference on how I'm feeling, whether that's more energized or not. So that's why I don't like hyper focus on it. I just think that at the point that I'm getting to here in this diet, like it's just going to be difficult if I'm in the gym burning that amount of calories, and I might just feel like that. There just might not be this thing it's doing the thing today where it just doesn't want to play ball. That just might be how I feel. I might just have to deal with it. There's no way around it type thing. Because almost anything that I would use is going to have calories and it's going to cause an issue. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm kind of just like sitting here as I'm recording this, reflecting, thinking about like how at this point I know what I need to do as far as like, I'm just going to use the example of content creation. Like I was talking a minute ago about like creating more content for you guys. Like I know kind of what the answer is. It's just like, and I feel like this is one of those times that it's like a good example for those who are like afraid to start, hesitant to start doing stuff like this, anything like that. Because it's like, I know what to do. I know the answer is I need to just create more content, do stuff, but like sometimes it's hard. Like everything I'm adding to be more efficient, more effective in my day-to-day life and to my own success and the success of my household and family. Like, yeah, I'm doing it, but I keep trying to squeeze more out of the day with the time I have, I guess. I don't know how else better I say that, but you know, it's putting me in a position where it's like, well, I'm a husband, so I have time that has to be spent on that. I'm a father, so I have time that's got to be spent on that. I work, so that takes time away from me. I have to go to the gym. That's part of this whole process that takes time away from me. Cooking my food takes time away. Now doing just what I do with this stuff, that takes time away. So it's like the balance of when you're not a full-time content creator, where you have 8 hours a day that you can solely, if that's how you do your business, like if you just set up a 8-hour window a day to work on content or however you do it, we'll just say the typical 9 to 5. If you have that daily, you don't have to worry about, you can balance everything because it's like it's treated like your job. But when you aren't a full-time content creator and you're trying to get into this realm, you have to make sacrifices, I guess, to reach those goals, and it is not going to be an easy feat. So I'm not sitting here trying to complain about like, woe is me, I don't have the time to do this stuff, because right, I have to figure it out and make time. I think that's part of the whole process. But yeah, sometimes it can, I guess, I don't want to say get at you, but like I can see how people can be discouraged because, hold on, let me grab because it's like, I'm doing all this, I only have 2 hours a day, an hour a day. How am I going to all these additional things done in these 2 hours? And it's like trying to figure that out. It's hard for everyone to balance it. And so it's very hard starting out when you have a life to do any side stuff. And it doesn't even have to be content creation. It could be like, say you're trying to start a lawn care business on the side. You want to start a business, at home crafting business, or you want to start your own restaurant or whatever. And you're doing this stuff on the side until it's at a point that it can take over full time. But the struggle with that is that you got to invest a lot of yourself into that in that free time to make that happen. And I think the message I'm trying to say is that I think for everyone, you can get overwhelmed, impatient. You're going to feel all sorts of emotions about the thought of like, how am I going to do this? Like you might know kind of the answer, like I got to do this. This is what I need to do, but how am I going to do it? And I think that's what everyone's trying to figure out, because we all have different lives that all have different circumstances. But, in the idea of entrepreneur, I think that's part of it, is figuring it out, putting out the fires and taking it just one bite at a time, one little chipping away slowly, one thing at a time. So it's kind of what I'm at here, is trying to figure out how I'm going to chip away at putting out more content. Like, how am I going to be able to do that? What's the workflow? And I've talked about that a couple times now, of like figuring out what my workflow is going to be for that. But, tonight I was thinking about it at the gym, and it's just like, there was the feeling of being, slightly overwhelmed about the idea, the concept. And I think that's just a regular emotion that people feel. You kind of just like, when you kind of are feeling, I think, overwhelmed, I think the plan would be to just, well, what's the problem? How do I solve it? And just figure out a way to solve it instead of sitting over there and letting that take control of you. So that's my message for today. Tomorrow is going to be shoulders. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So I'll see you guys for tomorrow for shoulders. Peace.